Sheamus is back, everyone. I liked how he he pretty much trolled everybody, made it look like he was going to go out there and save the day for Shorty G, and ends up kicking his head off afterwards. I see Red Sox fan already complaining about the Revival losing. I can see his complaint there. But what was your thoughts, Dave, on Sheamus coming back and possibly seeing him feud with Shorty G now?
Well, isn't it your boy Sean Rassap who even said this too? Like, oh, Sheamus could return tonight in Memphis.
I don't know if he did that. If he did, I didn't see
I
that. So
think
thank
somebody
goodness.
tweeted about that or something, but yeah. I wasn't surprised because it's the first show of the new year. You want to make it big. Going into the Rumble season, going into WrestleMania season,
Right, right.
get some big stuff going for SmackDown on Fox, try to pop some good ratings. That's what they did last night. They had a lot of sweet, awesome stuff happening, I thought. And it was cool. I felt bad for Shorty G because he really took that stiff shot.
Yes, that was a stiff shot for sure.
I mean, it was good to see him though, and we don't really know where he's going with this really quick at all. So I mean,
he did mention Shorty G during his promos before he
yep.
actually returned. So maybe we should have saw it coming. But yeah, he took his head off last night. If Sheamus is back to only pick apart Gable and others like him, then he can just leave again, says Truth and Loyalty. Marion Watson says, I feel bad for Chad a little, man, because he can't really leave, to be honest. He's got 3 kids, and the New Japan style will be very demanding on his body. Plus, he won't be as good money compared to the WWE. And the AEW schedule is great, but the money is nothing compared to the WWE. And as far as the Revival, they gone. Yeah.
See,
I don't know what's
I
up.
disagree because I think Shorty G would be perfect. Or sorry, Chad Gable would be perfect in a place. He could be like a Zack Sabre Jr. type over in Japan because he is a great mat wrestler. I'm not trying to say he would be Zack Sabre because Zack Sabre's on another level than anybody, I think. But
Right.
still, he has that style that could work, I think.
Yeah, and
Over there,
you would have the way the Revival have been treated as of late. They lose the 34th Street Miracle Street Fight to Heavy Machinery, to how they've been treated as of late. And then they still haven't re-signed with the WWE as of yet. You really would think that they're 1 foot out the door as of now, right? You would have to think that.
Yeah, they're
the way
yeah.
that they've been treated on TV. How the fuck do you know what wrestlers are making? Maybe he has sources there, Red Sox fan. Also, we had Otis take on Drew Gulak. This is all about Drew Gulak kind of making fun of Otis about him not having a chance with Mandy Rose. We get backstage, Mandy Rose and Sonya watching the match, and we see Dolph Ziggler show up. What are your thoughts on the potential Otis and Dolph Ziggler matchup?
I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon because I would assume Rude's suspension is coming up soon. I wouldn't be surprised if next week on SmackDown we hear a 6-man tag.
Yeah, obviously that. But do you think maybe the end game is Otis in the Royal Rumble and throws out Ziggler?
It could be, but to me, is that really a big payoff? I don't think so, but
or to get his revenge?
I think it's going to be more about him thinking Mandy doesn't like him, so it's going to be more. It's more about Mandy and Otis than it is Ziggler and Otis.
Okay, all right.
It's going to stand out to that. I think it's going to turn this whole. They're trying to do love triangles again.
Okay, all right. If you're new to the show and your first time popping in, please don't forget to hit that follow button. We had a big monumental achievement today, in my eyes, on Twitter. We hit over 5,000 followers on Twitter. So if you haven't already, jump over to our Twitter account, hit that follow button. It's Getdatables, as it is on the screen, as you can see. And we're so close. I mean, we're inches away, everybody, from 300 followers on Twitch. So if you're in here right now and you're not a current follower, we would really appreciate you guys hitting that follow button so you can join us more often when we're live. Not only do we touch on WWE, we do have AEW Dynamite and NXT recap shows on Thursday, and we do dabble in on some Impact watch parties. Not as much as we used to, but we still do Impact March parties every now and then. You're an asshole, Red Sox fan. You're such a dick. Get the Tables fan club says, what is the purpose of Shorty G? Get that Shorty G is supposed to be an inspirational character for short people with his new rise above size slogan, but isn't he? If he isn't even the shortest guy on the roster, is this Mr. AEW? Wouldn't, because it's a long paragraph, so that makes me think. Wouldn't it make more sense for WWE to give someone like Drake Maverick or Rey Mysterio the gimmick instead? Gable at 5'8" is a good 4 inches taller than either of those guys. The whole Shorty G thing just comes across as goofy, mainly because he isn't that short. What are your thoughts on that, Dave?
I don't think it's goofy because, I mean, look, what they're doing with him is just a character. They're giving him a character and trying to give him a personality. This is a Vince McMahon-ism all over it because he likes to try to give. Remember when Lance Storm was there? Back, I know he's there now as a coach, but whatever, trainer, producer, whatever. But when they tried to turn Lance Storm and give him like a character and make him like the dancing Lance Storm and do all this stuff with him, it was bad. Yeah, I get it. Yes, and this could turn out to be just like that. But yes, Lance Storm's on a different level. Okay. But it's kind of like that where Vince tries to turn these people into characters and get them over more.
And I like how he said last night on SmackDown where he's like, I kind of, you know, I'm taking in this gimmick. I know it's silly. I know it's kind of stupid, but hey, this is me. This is who I am, and I'm going to run with it. And that's basically what we're getting from Shorty G. Bill says at least the WWE doesn't keep stats like AEW because the Revival would have the worst record. Yeah. Imagine Raw Truth's record. Let's see.
Someone called one of them out on Twitter about the short joke, and he's like, "Aren't you like 2 inches taller than Chad?" He's like, "Yeah, 2 inches matter."
Yeah. Otis and I are the same height and weight, and I know that there are no Mandy Roses lining up to bang me out. Sorry to my wife. But get that story out of here. I like how he said it. Sorry to my wife. Hey, I like the Otis and Mandy Rose love story. It's coming off organic. It's not coming off forced on us. It's Otis, the guy that feels like he has no chance of Mandy, but likes her a lot. And we have Mandy who is kind of digging Otis. It's that whole, kind of the high school love story type of thing. But he does remind me of the Water Boy. Big time, man. Mama said, like, the way he talks about his mama and his mama watching SmackDown and kind of feedbacking him what he did, what Ziggler did to the cake. It reminds me of big time of the Water Boy. When
I was watching that match and I was looking and basically making Gulak a jobber in that match, when I was watching it, I'm like, man, he's doing all these pretty impressive moves. I never really see him have a singles match before that I can remember. And he even hit the Vader bomb for the win. And I'm like, man, if they turned him heel, he could be almost a monstrous heel because he got like this big physique on him that he could be just like a heel. I think he has that look about him. Wrestling fan is certain wrestling news from WWE News.
I don't think Otis could ever be a heel. I just couldn't see him being that gimmick. Sheamus is back, just like when he first debuted. All that was missing was a shillelagh. Probably misspelled that. Are you talking about his little Pats lose, says Ian Dunn. Everybody's excited about the Patriots losing tonight. Wow. Shorty G is a character, something that Chad Gable really didn't have that. I'm sorry, what?
I said I have no problem with that because he's always trashing us about our teams losing.
What kind of high school did I go to? Not like a TV show type of thing. Adam.
Rom-com.
Storm has no personality, but he is a hell of a technical wrestler, says Bill. In WWE, a winless record guarantees you a title shot, says Ian Dunn. Mandy's his Vicky Valancourt. There you go. I like that. Real Wrestling News, read this. Open your eyes, fuckers. What does this say? I'll read it when we talk about our wrestling news and